Shalom, Akim. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, from whom I learned this truth. And I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You see this article here. I saw this the other day, so it's about 2 days old. And it says, 2 U.S. jump shots could ship in weeks if the bird thing, right? Y'all could read it right there. Jumps from infected cows to humans. You see? And so right off the bat, you know something's up, because how is a thing, disease going to go from a bird to a mammal, right? And then from that mammal, it's going to jump to a whole nother mammal. I once heard that if a dog is sick, he can't get you sick, or if you're sick, you can't get a dog sick. So how much less a bird, and then a cow, it just sounds all kind of weird shit. But let's keep reading. It says cows in 46 herds across 9 states have been infected by the thing. You see that? With officials now preparing for any transmission of the infection. Okay? And they got a little video here. We could play it, I guess. See what it says. Or if it don't play, we don't really have to hear it. I just wanted to see what it was on there. Oh, what the hell? It always does that, doesn't it? Alright, fuck that. So we're just going to read the article. It says a pair of jump shots are ready to ship within weeks if the bird thing, which has been found circulating in dairy cows in 9 states, jumps to humans, say U.S. health officials. So right there, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, the translation of this is they're planning to basically force another jump shot on everybody. And as soon as they decide to say that, somebody caught the bird flu, okay, now they're going to start. So there's a pair of jump shots. So now it's not 1, it's 2. Okay. It says there's no evidence that H5N1 has been spreading between people, though one dairy worker in Texas did become infected after working closely with cattle. Okay. And so now they just kind of, entertaining the idea that this can happen. And it very well could happen, man. It very well could come to a point where whatever they created in these labs, which really is of the Lord, because the Lord controls both sides, good and evil. All right. And for the ultimate purpose of, teaching his elect good and evil, because we were created in the garden knowing only good. And the Lord had us go off by, taking the forbidden fruit, which is really the ways of the other nations. All right. If you can receive that, it's a little bit deep, which I can make a video on that. But basically the point is, we're going to be judges in the kingdom, man. And so as judges, we have to know both good and evil to judge and to give mercy, okay, to show mercy. Because if we never experienced evil, we wouldn't be able to do these things. So at the end of the day, this is all for the ultimate purpose of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, which is good. Okay, but in order to have that good purpose, evil has to be done in the midst of that. Okay, and this is that evil that's going to be coming upon the world, man. Because the scriptures say the Lord is going to smite this place with plagues, man. Just like in ancient Egypt, man. Which we're going to get those scriptures in a moment. It says health official said during a briefing Wednesday that they were prepared for the possibility of human-to-human transmission of the bird flu. At least 46 dairy cow herds in 9 states have been affected, which has caused some concern that the thing could mutate and begin jumping to humans, which is what happened last time with the C19 situation, right? So they're running out of the same playbook, man. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for them to make that move. Whenever Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai forces them to make that move, that's when they're gonna make that move, man. And it's gonna be lockdowns. It's gonna be everything just like before. But this time, it's gonna be all out chaos. Yasharallah. Why do you think they have all these migrants over here? all right, from all over the world. And now they brought migrants from over there in Palestine, man. So they brought them migrants over here who are already pissed off at what's going on. They got MS-13 gang members. They got criminals from all over the world. And they brought them over here. And they're basically going to leave them stranded on the street when all hell breaks loose. They're not going to be able to have health care. They're not going to be able to work. So these people, it's going to create a great chaos, all right? Which is what the scriptures say. It says it's a time that's so bad that it's never been seen before and it'll never happen again. All right, it is even the day of Jacob trouble. Let's get it. Let's get Jeremiah. I believe it's Jeremiah. Let's see. Jeremiah 30:7. And we're going to go up a little bit. We'll start with verse 5. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turned into paleness." You see? So he heard a voice of trembling and fear and not of peace. Yeah, people screaming, terrified. Okay, it's not going to be this whole attitude of just having fun, watch a game. It's going to be serious, man. It says, "And ask ye now if you see whether a man doth travail with child," right? Because the men are going to have their hands on their hips like women, screaming like women, scared like women. I mean, you're going to have grown-ass men turn into females, not physically, but, emotionally, they're going to be acting like women on that day. And verse 7 says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that's a pattern you see in a lot of these Jacob's trouble scriptures, is at the end of the scripture, it always says he'll be saved out of it, right? Let's get Daniel 12:1. All right, so it's the time of Jacob's trouble is the same thing as the Great Tribulation, which you hear about in the world, all right, or in the Christian church that says there's going to be a horrible time. But it's not like the Christian church say it's going to be 7 years. That's bullshit. That's something completely different. The Great Tribulation, or the Jacob's trouble, is the final hell when all hell breaks loose on the earth, and this devil, Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, decides to mandate the MOTB for buying and selling. Okay, he's going to do that during Jacob's trouble because what is his motto? Order out of chaos. Ordo ab chaos, the original and complete rituals of the, see that? 33? That's their number. And then we go here. Order out of chaos, the landmarks of, see? And that's a so-called white man club, man. At the highest levels of government, at the highest levels of, pretty much every corporation, you're going to have these Masons, bro. And basically that's their thing, order out of chaos. All right. And they're also the ones who really love to push that Mo doctrine. All right. But nevertheless, the most important point is that they're going to force this MLTB. They're going to use the chaos that they created, which they're telling you they're creating if you read carefully, to mandate this chip for buying and selling. It's going to give you in the right hand or on the forehead. And then once that's mandated for buying and selling, we know that that's Revelation chapter 13 and 16 has come to pass. After that, the Lord's coming is very close. He can come any day. It might take months, but it's not going to be very long, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to return to destroy Esau Edom's kingdom off the face of the earth forever. Okay, that's the end. This thing marks the end of the so-called white man's rulership, the peak of his rulership and the end of it. Because as soon as this thing is mandated, okay, it's only a matter of time. Very short time. When the nukes from Russia come and destroy this place, all right, which is the Lord's plan, which is how he's going to destroy this place. All right. So yeah, this whole thing with these, jump shots And you know how last time they tried to mandate the jump shots to the point where, oh, you can't work if you don't have the jump shot. So imagine now in a recession, you know, all hell's breaking loose, migrants, and then they do that same shit. That's gonna cause another chaos, man. All roads lead to chaos. Okay, they're talking about, you know, you got all these wars escalating. They're talking about a blackout. Imagine a blackout, this bird flu, and the mandating of the jump shot all at once, and these migrants out here, they can't work. What do you think is gonna happen, man? It's gonna be a giant UFC cage in this land called America, man, with guns, with knives, with torture, with grape. All right, with murder. That's what's gonna happen, man. And people are gonna want peace. People are gonna want a break. People are gonna want to relax. People are going to want that. All right. And what's gonna happen? Esau is gonna give you what you want. He's gonna say, well, if you do want peace, we can. They're gonna bring out the military, and they're gonna be like, everybody needs to get this chip. We got a new system. We got a new dollar. And this is also going to be for security and tracking, and it's going to get rid of the crime. This is going to be the savior of the world, the image, the mark of the beast. Okay, so, and that's what they want to do. They want to bring the MOTB out, okay, which the scriptures say, if you take it, you are worshiping this beast. Who's the beast? NATO and the EU, which in the EU right now, they've got the... This one is very popular in the EU, all right, and it's coming to America in the form of a mandate soon, okay. But before that happens, we believe that first there has to be order out of chaos, or there has to be chaos so that they can bring this, right? And so that's what they're doing with this, man. All right, but enough on that. I want to, you know, get some precepts on this real quick, and we're gonna close it out. All right, so let's go to the blue letter real quick, you know. Oh, and also wanted to say, you know, that's why they had the heavy enchantments during the eclipse, man, because they want the blessing from Satan to be able to push this madness, man. All right, of this whole bird flu and whatever else. And if you watch the news and watch the articles, man, they're steady on that bird flu. This is probably like the third or fourth article. Like, I'm showing y'all this article, but I've shown you maybe 2 or 3 articles before. And with every 2 or 3 articles, there's 3 or 4 articles that I didn't read. So they're heavy on that bird flu. Okay. So this is probably the route that they're going to go. So let's go to Exodus chapter 9 and verse 3. Okay. Because ultimately, this is of the Lord's bringing. And we're going to see an example of how the Lord did this in the ancient Egypt. It says, behold, the hand of Yahweh is upon the cattle, upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. Okay? And let's get the word murrain. Because the Lord is basically threatening Pharaoh. If you don't let my people go, I'm gonna smite them with a disease.
Strong's H 1698.
Dever, which means pestilence. You see? And we'll get the definition of pestilence, and it says a fatal epidemic disease. You see? We get the plague, which is the same thing. Contagious bacterial disease, right? Murrain, cattle disease, cattle plague. So it's a plague specifically that attacks cattle. And of course, we know that they're also trying to make people eat bugs and to get rid of meats, natural meat, and create lab-grown meats. Why? So that they can sit in the temple of the Most High, saying that they are the Most High. Who wants to do that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who is the devil. And one of his major puppet masters is Bill Gates of hell, man. All right, this damn devil wants you to eat bugs and take all the jump shots, but he won't do it, right? He won't put it on his kids, all right? And you know what else? His wife is a man. Mm-hmm. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Look at this face. Did that look like a woman to you? I don't think so, my friend. You know, fuck that motherfucker. Alright? Fuck you, Bill Gates of hell. You fucking mo. You see? These are the people that rule the earth, man. In wickedness. And Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy you and all of you, man. All you Edomites, you so-called white people who rule the world and want to make everyone moles. Okay? You want to make everyone moles. You want to put the woman on top to keep the man emasculated because you're moles. All right? And then you want to spread all this shit throughout the world, you know? But you know what? I ain't even mad because that's part of the program that the Lord created for them. And they're going to be destroyed. All right? And yeah, you know what? I am mad. All right? But I'm not confused. I know what's going on, man. According to the scriptures, this is what was prophesied to happen, man. So it is what it is at the end of the day, man. So at the end of the day, the Lord has sent plagues to Egypt. All right? Sending Murain or Debel, which is a cattle plague. And that's exactly what the Lord is doing today. And how do we know that the Lord is doing the same thing today? Because the Lord said he would. Let's go to 2nd Esdras 15:11. And it reads, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm." Right? That's what he said he did in the ancient world. That's what he did in the ancient world. He brought us out of Egypt with a stretched out arm, right? Now watch this. It says, "And smite Egypt with plagues as before." You see? So we know that America is the modern day Egypt. So he's saying he's going to smite Egypt with the plagues that he did before, man. With plagues as he did before, man. And it's not hard to believe that the Lord will use the same exact plague, man. So this bird flu was used in the ancient world, man. Or what do they call it now? It's bird flu, but it affects cows now. You see? It's a cattle disease, man. But how do we know it's the modern Egypt? Because it says, "and will destroy all the land thereof." See, so the Lord did not destroy ancient Egypt, but he's going to destroy modern day Egypt, which is America, also known as the daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon. Okay, it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles from Russia. But before that happens, the Lord is smiting Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, and that darkness plague might happen too. All right, and all these apparitions, these Edomites are freaking out. They're seeing demons standing in their bedrooms, man. When they wake up, they're freaking the fuck out, man. All right, I saw an article the other day talking about it's normal to see a demon in your room. You see? Because these Edomites are bugging the fuck out, man. The Lord is bringing these plagues back. All right? The Lord is cold, man. The Lord don't play. All right? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. And it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come." Salakia, that wasn't the one, but yep, that is what's happening. Let's see here. 15. "The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine is within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him." See? So this is a future prophecy talking about Jacob's trouble, man. So those who are in the field, talking about, those guys that you might own a log cabin, or you might be a doomsday prepper, and you have your own little bunker out in the woods. All right, what does it say? You will die with the sword, man. And there was an article I read about men getting arrested and shit for living in the woods and shit, man. So you ain't gonna be able to hide from this destruction, man. The only way, I've been telling everybody, man, you can have guns, you can have food, you can have ammo, you can have whatever the hell preparations. You can have a map of the woods, man. Don't matter. The only way you are going to be defended on this day is through Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? If you are of the hopeful elect. And what is the hopeful elect going to be doing? They're going to be following the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their abilities. They're going to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. pushing this work and sincerity and truth any way they can, man. Right? That's the hopeful elect, man. That's who they are. And they aren't going to be destroyed on that day. They're going to be defended on that day. You see? But all you doomsday preppers, you're going to die by the sword. And it says, and he that is in the city. So those of you that don't go out to the woods, you stay in the cities. Guess what? Famine, so hunger, lack of food, and pestilence, diseases, right? Shall devour him. And that's the beginning of what we're seeing here, man. Whether it be a disease from this bird flu or whether it be from the man-made jump shots that they injected in everybody to weaken, the body. And now they got 2 new jump shots to weaken you people even further. Okay? Which the jump shot itself is a plague, man. So there's no escape, man. That's why the scriptures say, woe unto those who desire the day of the Lord, man. It's talking to those people who ain't right. Why do you desire the day of the Lord, man? Verse 18, Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You see? So you running away from a lion, you escape that, but then a bear come out of nowhere and tear your ass up, right? Or you escape from the bear and the lion, you get into an abandoned house, you want some rest, you lean your hand on the wall, but a serpent bit you. You see? So you're going to go from one evil to another evil to another evil, man. All right? So at the end of the day, it don't matter how much preparation you got. The only way you can be defended on this day is through Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Which is what Daniel 12:1, it goes into. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. Who is Michael? He's the head angel under Yahushai, the archangel. It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people. Who is thy people? The elect of Israel. Who is Israel? The Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians, Seminole Indians, Haitians. All right? Jamaicans. You are the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, right? And only a remnant of Israel, 2/3 here in Babylon, will be destroyed by the sword, pestilence, and ultimately the thermonuclear fire from the missiles. Okay? But 1/3 here in America and a small remnant around the world will be saved, will be delivered, man, through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. You see? So that's how it's going to play out, man. All right? And like I said before, all this chaos and all this hell that's going to get ready to happen, where it's one evil after another evil after another evil, you escaping from one thing, going to another thing, escaping that, escaping all, but then you get caught. You weren't of the elect. You see, the elect is going to go from one evil to another, and they're going to be safe all the way up until the end, man. All the way up until the end, right? And they're going to resist the greatest temptation of them all. To escape the evils that are coming, this damn devil, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is going to mandate the mark, the MOTB, the RFID chip for buying and selling. All right? And also for protection, man. There's also going to be a lot of perks that come with that MOTB to deceive. All right? And of course, they're setting up all this hell for they can create order out of chaos. Revelation 13:16 goes into it. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yep. And that's what it is, man. You got that barcode on there with the 666, and that's on every RFID chip and also on Neuralink. So you can scan your head or scan your hand, And you'll be able to buy and sell in this system, in this wicked ass system, man. But when all hell breaks loose, okay, and they mandate this thing, don't you take that MOTB, Jake. Don't you take that MOTB, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Don't take it. Because if you take it, you will be destroyed with the so-called white man, who this destruction is for. Okay, but if you want to worship him by taking his mark and being a bitch, you're going to be destroyed. So we're going to have to gird up our loins like a man and resist this temptation, man. Resist it to the end, man. Even if it means you have to lose your life, don't take this MOTB, man. All right? This is why we have to be rooted and grounded in this faith, man. All right? 100% prayed up, man. Every day, pray multiple times a day, man. If you kind of, slacking right now in the truth, it's time to tighten up, man. Speaking to myself, first and foremost, man. It's time to tighten up. It's time to double down, triple down, quadruple down, man. This is all that matters because soon, man, the internet's going to go out. That's going to cause the famine of the word. The prophets are going to get off the highways and byways. They're not going to be there. And at the end of the day, eventually the cash system, the banks are all going to collapse. They're going to collapse this system. All right, you got this bird flu. All this shit's going to happen at once, most likely, man. That's the only way I see them mandating this shit in a way that, most people will take it. Because they won't have a choice at that point. Well, they will have a choice. Salakia for saying that they do have a choice. But in their mind, it's going to seem like they don't have a choice because people in this world, they're blinded to the choice. You have a choice. The choice is don't take it. The choice is don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. All right, see, but then when their world comes down, it's going to look like they don't have a choice, man. See, but we're in this world, but we're not of this world. So when this world goes down, we of the hopeful elect know that this is the end, man. That now it's all chips on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all faith in Him, man. Because we're not going to be going to Esau for the one of all things anymore. At this point, we're going to be totally dependent on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we know the hopeful elect is going to have plenty on that day, man. All right, the Lord could rain manna from heaven. The Lord could have you stumble upon some food. The Lord could do any number of things that will allow us to resist this temptation, man. And even if you don't have food or they, throw you in prison and try to starve you out and eventually chop your fucking head off, hey, so be it, man. We pray Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gives us the strength to endure. All right, but we're coming on some serious times, brothers and sisters of Yasharallah. All right, so this ain't no joking matter. Stay prayed up, meditate on those scriptures, all right, and prepare your mind because all hell's getting ready to break loose, all right? So I pray that lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect out there. Until next time, shalom.